So imagine waking up one day and numbers suddenly disappear. Like no time on your phone, no alarm, even no marks in your exam, as well as no money in your wallet. No idea how much to buy and how much to spend or what to save, like how much money to save also. It sounds a kind of complicated, right? And confusing too. But the truth is, numbers are not just a part of mathematics alone, but they're part of our thinking and our daily life. So every decision that we make, from choosing the best product, from understanding the news, to solve our daily life problems, we are using something very powerful. So that's what called as quantitative reasoning. So today I'm going to take you through the different types. What are the different types of quantitative reasoning? Okay, and we'll be discussing how these are helpful for our daily life activities. So I'm Navneeta M from BA BEd English 6th semester. So we'll be moving on with our topic. So, what is this quantitative reasoning? As an introduction, we can say this quantitative reasoning is the ability to use numbers and data meaningfully. It helps us understand situations, to solve problems, as well as to make decisions in our life. Okay, we use it in our daily life without even realizing it. As it is a part of our casual daily life activity, we'll be not able to, we'll be not we'll be using it unconsciously. Okay, yeah. So, and we can say we can say that this quantitative reasoning is a skill of what? Skill of interpreting numerical information. So it combines mathematics with a logical thinking. That means our daily life activities only to solve that things. Okay. So it helps in analyzing real life situation using the numbers. So we can see what are the different types of quantitative reasoning. So here we are having five types of quantitative reasoning. So the first we have numerical reasoning, and then we have logical reasoning, and then statistical reasoning, data interpretation. At last we have algebraic reasoning. So we'll be looking at each of one very detail as well as in a simple manner. So the first type of reasoning is numerical reasoning. So, what is numerical reasoning? Something is there in that word itself, right? Numerical. Numerical. What does it mean? It means something there that is numbers. It has some kind of numbers in that, right? So, it involves basic mathematic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and a division. So we know that these are the basic mathematical operation and we do it with the rule code marks. Okay, so it helps in performing everyday calculations quickly and accurately. For example, if we are traveling in a bus and we have given 50 rupees to the conductor and the 45 rupees is the ticket rate and then we have to get 5 rupees from that conductor. So we'll be using it in our daily life. Okay. So yeah, for example, we have calculating the total expenses while shopping. So while shopping, if we are in a billing counter, the persons will be calculating the amount that we have took the things. Okay, so they'll be calculating that. And then what can we do? We can find the discounts and change. Sometimes some product will be having some discounts in that. Okay, 20% discount. So we will be calculating that discount amount and then we will be just seeing, oh, so the actual price is like that and then we have got discount this much. Okay, so that's about numerical reasoning. I hope you got it. So next second we have logical reasoning. So it also have something in its topic. It's logical. Logical. What do you mean by logical? So rather than numerical, it is logical. It means it doesn't have much kind of numerical things involved. So we'll be applying our critical thinking here. Okay, it focuses on identifying patterns, relationships, and sequences. Okay, it helps in thinking critically and making correct decisions. For example, we have here a number series. So, what are the numbers? 2, 4, 8, and 16. So, what is the connection between these numbers? It's even numbers, no? Correct. So even numbers, that's correct. And then what are the other connection? Like 2, 4, and then why don't we have 6 here? Other even number. Because we can see the double of 2 is 4. The double of 4 is 8. The double of 8 is 16. And if we double 16, we'll get what? 32. So our next answer will be 32. So we have to analyze the patterns in this number series. So we will be getting the answers very correctly. Okay. So next we have finding out the odd one. So we'll be having certain kind of numbers. So we can say the 2, 4, 8, 16, and next will be 21. What will be the odd one? Of course it is 21 because it is not even as well as it doesn't have any connection with these four numbers. Okay, I hope you got about this logical reasoning. Next, we'll be moving on with statistical reasoning. Now, yeah, it is a little bit of complicated kind of thing. Like it's not something we can't read it out from the name itself. Statistical reasoning. So it deals with collecting, organizing, and interpreting data. So it involves three processes. What are that? COI, that is collecting, organizing, and interpreting the data that we have got. Okay, so it uses the concepts like average, percentage, as well as probability. And we have already learned in our lower classes itself about these average, finding average, percentage, and probabilities also. So we have an example here, finding the class average marks. So suppose like there are 54 strength of student in a class and we are finding and the grade card is out and we'll be finding the average class marks that the whole 54 students marks will be calculating and we'll be getting the average mark. Okay, so next we'll be having understanding the survey results. So in research we'll be taking surveys, no, with the Likert scale or rating scale and all. We'll be taking the surveys and it might be positive, it might be negative, as well as it might be neutral. So we'll be calculating how is the result, what kind of thing we have got from that. Okay, so that's about statistical reasoning. So next on we have data interpretation on the fourth. So it involves reading and analyzing data presented in graphs, charts, and tables. So what are these graphs, charts, and tables? It's a mathematical form of representing the data. So we have already learned about collecting, organizing, and interpreting data. So here we have the interpretation itself as a type here. So how can we represent it? Through the graph, charts, or the tables. So it helps in drawing meaningful conclusions from the data. Okay, for example, we are interpreting a bar graph showing population growth, reading pie charts in news reports. So we are having the mainly it will be mathematical representation of the data. Okay, I hope you got it. So next and last we have algebraic reasoning. Uses variables like x and y to represent the unknown values. It's about x and y, the consonants, not your x. Okay. Helps in forming and solving equations. For example, we have an equation here. 2x plus 5 is equal to 15. So we have an unknown value. That is the unknown value of x. So you'll be finding that. So it's plus here. If it goes here, 15 minus 5, it's 10. And 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So x value is 5. Okay. So we'll be finding the value of the unknown quantities. That's the variable. Sometimes it can be represented by variables as well. So at last, we have completed the whole types of quantitative reasoning. There are five types, and why these types are important to to improve problem solving abilities in students as well as the human. They develop logical as well as critical thinking and helps in making accurate decision making rather than not making like false. Useful in academic learning as well as in real life application. So we can see what are the applications in real life. So managing money and budgeting, yes, of course. Teaching and learning process that we have gone through. Business planning and analysis, yes, if it is a person of who is having business planning for that, they can use it. And then scientific research as well, yes, important, and data analysis. So these are the topics covered in our talk, in our whole presentation. That's different types of quantitative reasoning. So I hope you got it. That's all. Thank you. And like, share, and subscribe.